great plans. Now, it takes a lot of work to sometimes come up with our sketches.
Absolutely.
To come up with the humor that we bring, the topics that we bring. Most of the time we have to hunt down these topics, do that stuff. That's why it's great having interns, but we usually have to have meetings, correct?
Core meetings is what we call them, staff meetings. We get together, we kind of throw out some good ideas. What do we want to talk about this week? Maybe some skit ideas, whatever. It takes a lot of work and there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that you guys don't get to see, but we thought it might be nice to show you a little behind the curtain per se. But what if you saw behind the curtain when we were kids? So we're kids having a staff meeting. What would that look like?
Yeah,
Guess you're gonna find out.
I think a little bit of Throwback Thursday just came back a little bit in a unique way. So enjoy the video.
We need to come up with new stories for the show. You see a 5 and 4 game? A Yukon are cats. The cats. When people poo their pants, it makes me laugh. Did you see the video when a deer farted? No. We have to show this video on the show.
I think some things haven't changed. Still,
Right,
you still laugh about peeing your pants, and I
make
still
you
laugh
watch,
at deer farting. Yeah,
right? Like inappropriate videos like deers farting, like that's hilarious.
You know what was great though, and I'm gonna give you a little bit behind the scenes, is when we played this video for the kids were there and you were there playing it, you were laughing louder than the kids were. Like, you enjoyed it.
Oh, you're talking about the deer fart
The
video.
deer fart.
Yes, oh yes. I make my kids watch such things. I think it's good for their education to know that that happens, right? If you are not in the forest and a deer farts, does it make a noise? That's a legitimate philosophical question. And now we know it does.
Yeah, what is great with talking with you is a lot of the questions that you have in life, I don't. And I think most normal people don't have those kind of questions.
Really.
Why are you so passionate about deer farting?
Gas.
Yes, and gas and peeing your pants and all those topics.
Those are functions that we all have. And so I think it should be a legitimate question to see how animals do it, right? Like, it's not like I have deer in my backyard where I could be like, hey, by the way, how do you have ... whatever, fill in the blank, drop a load, whatever it is.
What?
I'm curious.
I know I want peeing your pants to be #1, but not at this expense. Now I have to ask, when was the first time your husband heard you, like,
Rip it?
rip it?
Ooh.
Do you remember?
I actually don't. But I'm guessing, knowing me, who I am, it was probably very early on. I do remember one of the relationships I was in before, and I've had very little of them, but the one that was pretty significant, we were just barely dating, whatever, and I go, man, my stomach really hurts. And he goes, oh, I bet you have to fart, right? He's like, let it go. And I looked at him and was like, okay. I let it rip, right? But it's not one of those girly feminine ones, because P.S., let me tell you, girls don't just have girly feminine. What is a feminine fart, by the way, right? Like, is
something
there
that
such
just
a
goes
thing?
like this.
Right? It smells like flowers.
And then all of a sudden it's like someone put on some perfume. Someone puts it on. That's how I make you believe it. A lot of girls say we don't. We don't.
That's a lie.
But we know that's a lie.
But just let me tell you that feminine thing, it just doesn't exist in my life at all. And it was pretty massive. And I still remember his face because it was so shocked. It looked at me like, and then he started laughing. And I didn't know, I was horrified because I was like, oh my gosh, did I really just do that in front of him? But I mean, it was probably the reason why we didn't work out, right? That's probably what I'm thinking now.
Yeah, it probably didn't work out since you pooed a little. And
no,
so
that's
that
different.
Is not
I didn't poo.
healthy.
I farted.
I promise you this next segment will not have any fart, pee jokes, or anything like that. So.
I'm telling you, that's the reason why people watch stuff like this. That's the reason why the pee your pants segment is big, is because we talk about it. We talk about it. We normalize it. We think it's an important subject to talk about. And Pelz over here shuts it down. You know what? We the people who believe in peeing our pants and farting, unfeminine farts should get together and create some type of street movement. I think that's what we should protest.
I'm not trying to shut it down. I want it to be number one when you look up peeing your pants. I just figured after 15 minutes of it, I figured we could move on to many other topics out there.
I don't know.
But I can tell you, I can tell what you're passionate about.
I'm passionate about it.
Passionate about women having free right to poop their pants if they want to.
No, that's different.
And to fart. And to,
See,
have you
okay,
ever?
we need to have a class because it's different. Farting your pants, and then there's another word that I will not use because we are edited here, is pooping / farting. Yeah, that.
Have
those
you
are
ever
different.
done that?
Oh.
Oh, and it just got real. That's the problem. It just got real. We got more music.
Ever had the
You might be able to
stomach
find out. You might be able to find out if you stick around. And coming up next, here's some Annie Menino with Rewind.